Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little bit of a different video than some of the ones I've done lately. I am doing the do I have that book challenge tag thing. I saw this ages ago on the Novel Sanctuary's channel and it looked like fun, so I was just thinking about what video I wanted to do lately. And I thought I'd pull this one out. So basically it's just a bunch of very specific categories and you're supposed to look through your shelves and see if you have them. I will be running off screen a lot because I have this shelf which has a bunch of my books, but then I have two more in another room, so I'll just be sort of going back and forth. Anyway, the first challenge is, do you have a book that has deckled edges, which is like the uneven edging? Let me see, I'm pretty sure I do. Any of these? Come on, PG Woodhouse. No. Okay, be right back. Found it. So this is Terry Pratchett's Snuff. This was one of the last books that he published before he passed away. And because it is one of his last books, I have not been able to bring myself to read it yet. There are a bunch of school children outside, so I'm just gonna close the window. This is part of the Night Watch series. It's got, I don't know if you can see, but it's got the uneven, there we go, the deckled edges. So yeah, that's the first one. A book with 3 or more people on the cover. Let's find out. Oh, dang it, so close. Does it count if he's only half of a person? Okay, I'll keep looking. Oh, yes. Storm of Locusts. Yes, this has 3 people on the cover. This is Maggie, the main character. Shoot, what is her name? This is a woman named Risa, and this is a character named Ben. Risa appears in the first book, Storm of Lightning. Ben is new in this volume, and she's great. Okay, do you have a book that is based on another fictional story? I have a bunch of fairy tale retellings, so I'm just gonna go grab one. Okay, so this is Spindle's End by Robin McKinley. This is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. I only read this once. I think I was in college, so it was 10 years ago, but it was so moving. I honestly need to read it again. Robin McKinley's pacing is always a little weird, but this book has one of the greatest examinations and explorations of female friendship that I have seen in a novel. It's so worth checking out. Do you have a book with a title that is 10 letters long? Oh boy. Okay. Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. It is 1 word, but it is 10 letters. Do you have a title that starts and ends with the same letter? Yes, I do. This is Selected Letters of Jane Austen. I bought this when I was in Powell's in Portland. I had the receipt in it, so it was in 2017, and I have yet to read it, but I would like to someday because her letters are hilarious, and the snippets that I've read have really intrigued me to read more of them, so I should read this. Do you have a mass market paperback? I have a ton of them. Let me just pick one. This is His Majesty's Dragon by Naomi Novik. It is the first book in the Temeraire series, which is her Napoleonic Wars but with dragons series. It is written very much in a Master and Commander style, so it can sometimes be a little dry, and I would say that it's a 7 or 8 book series, and it does kind of vary throughout the series in terms of there's a kitten climbing the chair. In terms of how good they are, but overall I really love the series, and I thought that it ended really well, so that's always good. Stevie, you're a little demon. Did you know that? You're a little demon. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? Yes, I do. I will be right back. Okay, so I have Feed by Mira Grant. This is the pen name of Shauna McGuire. This whole series is basically a political thriller set in a world where zombies exist. So it's a very fun mashup, sometimes very scary and depressing. It gets shelved in the horror section. I would consider it more of a thriller. And yeah, it is a pen name. Okay. Do you have a book with a character's name in the title? I know that I have Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I kind of want to see, oh wait, I have the Jeeves and Wooster books. Here we go. Right Ho Jeeves. This is a collection of short stories? Or no, is this one of the novels? Yeah, this is a novel. The Jeeves and Wooster books are just delightful sunshine. All of the plots kind of sound the same. Like when you read the back, you're just like, okay, that doesn't tell me anything. But the fact that they're all the same does not detract from how lovely they are. In fact, it kind of adds to how lovely they are. They're just a really good, relaxing, fun time. And yeah, Jeeves is the name of the personal valet who takes care of Bertie Wooster. Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? Yes, I do. I saw on Novel Sanctuary's video that Six of Crows has 2 maps on it, and I do have that because it has the like various countries on one map, and then it has the Ice Court prison that they're going to. So it does have multiple maps in it, but I want to see if I have something else. Do you have maps? You do. You have 2 maps. No, just 1. Okay. Do you have maps? Oh! Okay, Sorcerer to the Crown has deckled edges as well, but whatever. Do you have a map? No. No, you don't. Okay. Ah, this has 2 maps in it. This is A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan. It is basically a fictional memoir about a woman who was like a dragon anthropologist. I don't know if you guys can see, but down here I have a whole section that is essentially alternate history but with dragons. So I have the Tamara books by Naomi Novik, I have these books by Marie Brennan, I have Sorcerer to the Crown by Zen Cho. I also just got The True Queen, which I'm very excited about. These books, California Bones by Greg Van Eekhout, and the Cold Magic series, all of them are alternate history with dragons. So this one has a few maps in it. It has one of Antiope, which I think is an island in Greece. I read this book a long time ago, so I don't remember the specifics, but then this is like the town that they visit. Zoom in there a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, it has 2 maps in it. I liked this book. I didn't super love it though. I read book 1 like many years ago, and I have book 2 and I have not read it because it hasn't really been the top of my list, but I did enjoy it. Moving on, my battery is gonna die. Book that was turned into a TV show. Right Ho Jeeves, turned into a BBC series. Also, if we don't want to reuse things, Emma by Jane Austen, turned into a BBC series. Do you have a book that was written by someone who was originally famous for something else? Yes, yes. On the Other Side by Carrie Hope Fletcher. She is an actress and a YouTuber and is now an author. Oh, also If Only by Melanie Murphy. Again, YouTuber, now an author. Do you have a book with a clock on the cover? I know I do because I saw, again on Novel Sanctuary, The Night Circus, which I do own. I would like to try to find something else, but again, my battery is gonna die, and there's a cat trying to climb me. Hello, Carol. Hello, pretty Carol. Okay, so I'm just gonna go get The Night Circus. Be right back. So we have The Night Circus. There is a clock on the tower of the tent, and Carol would like to go now. Do you have a book of poetry? I used to. I used to have a big, like, anthology style book of Emily Dickinson's poems because I took an Emily Dickinson class in college, and then later I came out as queer, who was shocked. Also, that class was taught by a giant lesbian. I don't think I still have that though. Don't really do poetry very much, so I don't know if I still have one. I know I have a collection of Edgar Allan Poe that I gave to my girlfriend, but we still live in the same apartment, so it's still here. And that has poetry in it. I don't know if that counts. Okay, so I found something. This was a joke gift given to me for Christmas by Ashlyn. It is Milk and Vine. So it's in the style of Milk and Honey by Rupi Kapoor, but it's all vines. So here's a good example. That's all I got. I don't really do poetry. Okay, do you have a book with an award stamp on it? Yes, I do. My copy of Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, which has like 4 award stamps on it, is lent out to a friend, so I don't have it here. But I feel like I just read something that had an award stamp on it. What the heck was it? Used this for based off of another story. It is a retelling of a Greek myth, Alcestis, which is about a woman who goes to the underworld in place of her husband. It's super queer. I really liked it. Ooh. This counts, I think. So Provenance by Ann Leckie. It has this stamp on it, which is because she won the Hugo, Nebula, and Arthur C. Clarke Award. It's not like a stamp specifically for those, but it's still a stamp because of an award. So surely that counts. And I definitely knocked off our little bottle of mandrake root, and I'm very glad it did not break. Isn't it great? I love this thing. Do you have a book with an author that has the same initials as you? No, I don't. You want to know how I know? I was doing a Pop Sugar reading challenge. I want to say several years ago. And one of the challenges was read a book with an author with the same initials as you. I scoured my shelves, I had nothing. I scoured the internet, I found one book with an author that had the same initials as me that I would tolerate reading. It was The Grace Keepers by Kirsty Lawson. I do own this on ebook. That was the only way that I could get it at the time because of like international publishing things. So I mean, technically I own it, not in physical copy, but this is literally the only book I've ever found that has an author with the same initials as me. So, do I have a book of short stories? Yes, I do. These are all sitting in my short story collections section. So Coyote Road, Trickster Tales. I've only read a few of the stories in here. There's a whole like series of these. There was like The Green Man. It was like collections, you know, focused on a specific kind of theme. There is Welcome to Border Town, when these are all stories written by different authors, but they all like weave into each other. If you guys can hear a lot of like crazy noises in the background, it's because the kittens are trying to destroy the apartment. It's like very urban fantasy. You can kind of maybe guess that from the cover. It's like a city that exists in the land between our world and fairy, and it was like shut off for several years and then reopened. Anyway, I read most of this and I really liked a lot of them. And then I've got Monstrous Affections, which is a book about monster lovers. It's very, very weird. I loved a couple of them. I didn't like a lot of them. But the cover is just like absolutely amazing. And then I have Diverse Energies, which is another anthology collection, just basically written by and for diverse audiences. This was like way in the beginning of like the We Need Diverse Books campaign. This came out, and honestly, I haven't read it, but I should. I just don't really do short stories very often because I usually end up like loving one, liking a handful, not really caring about the rest. So, do I have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages? That is so fucking specific. Okay, let's find out. Nope, that's 600. Damn it. Surely there's something in here. Okay, if you only count the actual pages of this book, like the actual like novel of this book, is 502. If you count the glossary, it goes over, but fuck it, I'm counting it. I can't keep looking. Yeah, it's like 516 if you count the glossary, but if you only count the actual text of the book, It is 502, so we're counting it. This is Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. This is the final book in the Heroes of Olympus series. I love this series. It's so good. It's so good that I like borrowed it from the library and then bought the box set. So, oh, that's fun. I don't know that I ever noticed this. It comes with like a little printout thing of the main characters. That's fun. Anyway, time to put this back. Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? Yes, I do. Honestly, I could go find a lot of them, but let's just go with Persuasion by Jane Austen. It was turned into a great movie. I think it was in the like late 90s, early 2000s. Ciaran Hinds is in it. I forget the name of the woman who plays Anne, but yeah, it's really good. Oh, I also have The Darkest Minds over here. That was turned into a movie that was not very good. Okay, do you have a graphic novel and a book that has 2 or more authors? Yes, I do. This is actually the final book in the series. Book 1 I lent out to a friend. It's called Have Mercy. It is a delightful fantasy series about trash-talking alchemical dragons, and it's written by Jada Jones and Daniel Bennett. And then, do I have a graphic novel? Yes, I do. I'm gonna go real deep cut for this one because I have a few. One of them is Avengers Children's Crusade. This is the Young Avengers. It has a lot of Lencher Maximoff family drama. The artwork is gorgeous. I wish they would turn Young Avengers into the MCU. I have Fun Home by Alison Bechdel. This one and 100 Demons by Linda Berry. I read as part of a graphic novel course that I took in college because I'm that kind of nerd. These are both like memoir graphic novels, and they, you know, deal with not fitting in for various reasons. In Linda Berry's case, it was because she was poor, like working class, mixed race, but looked white, didn't really fit in with any of the ethnic groups, didn't fit in with the like rich Asian kids, etc. And Fun Home because she was a lesbian. So I actually ended up writing an essay that talked about both of these, and also Persepolis and like the concept of time and how it got compressed through graphic novels and also through trauma, like how time can kind of like tunnel, and anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, that is it for the Do I Have That Book challenge. The camera battery, I keep looking over because I keep checking on the camera battery. It is like flashing red at me, so we're gonna go. Leave a comment if you liked this video. Tell me what you've been reading lately. Like, subscribe, and all the good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!